Gosh, there's nobody here. Sure is spooky.
Actually, I'm not scared.
Excuse me. Did the king send you?
I am not used to Aerith having a good voice
Yeah, I was
actor
gonna say,
anymore.
I'm a good voice actor. I'm Mandy Moore. I also voice Rapunzel.
Does she oh yeah, she's Rapunzel in what is that movie called? Is it Tangled? Is that it?
Tangled, yeah. So, like, if Aerith is in KH3, just because, like, Tangled's in KH3, hopefully we'll have a good Aerith voice again.
You okay?
I don't know the name of the person in 2, but she is very, very bad. It's really weird. It's like Leon and Aerith kind of switch voices, because Aerith's voice in this game is really good, and Leon's is awful. And in KH2, Leon's voice is really good, because he's Metal Seedgermon, and Aerith is a robot.
Who are you talking about?
Tifa's good in 2 as well.
Great Ninja Yuffie. I think you might have overdone it, Squall.
That's Leon.
I hate that line. And his reasoning for it's even dumber.
We had to get it away
What's
from
his
you.
reasoning for it again? Is it something to do with Renoa or something?
That's how they were tracked.
No, I think I think he says in this game it's something like, oh, the world got destroyed and he couldn't protect it, so he let it go or something, or he lets go of his past. I don't know. I've never played FF8. I don't have any intention to either. I just know people say it's really boring, and I'm like, I'm good.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Why don't you start making sense? What's going on here?
Okay. You know there are many other...
I do say this, like, we were comparing, like, the FF designs from, like, we compare the Yuffie design. I do like the, FF7 design of Yuffie more than the Advent Children design.
Wait till we get to Cloud's design in this game. Whew.
Oof. It's really, really bad. My favorite thing is I remember when I watched the Hellfire Comms LP, a KH1, I think Helldragon says, like, yeah, there's a naked Vincent Valentine in a closet. That always makes me laugh.
And there is darkness within every heart.
Hey, have you heard of someone named Ansem?
Oh god, don't open that can of worms.
Sam?
He was studying the Heartless. He recorded all of his findings in a very detailed report.
Gosh, can we see it?
Its pages are scattered everywhere.
Scattered.
Too many worlds.
Oh, then maybe...
Yes, too many worlds, but we're going to reuse the exact same ones in almost every Kingdom Hearts game.
Exactly.
The games!
I can't believe Olympus is in every single Kingdom Hearts game apart from one of them.
Oh yeah, it's not in DDD. Well, it's not, no, it's in 2 of them. It's not in 0.2.
Don't count that, come on. Come on.
Still counts. They advertised it as a game.
That
I'm gonna
doesn't
count
count.
it. Do you count, what's... Not Phantom Pain. Ground Zeroes. Do you count Ground Zeroes as a game then?
Not
The
really.
Keyblade chooses its master, and it chose you.
So, tough luck.
How did all this happen? I remember being in my room. Wait a minute. What happened to my home?
My video games! What happened to my video games?
Where are the video games?
You know what?
Sora, don't you care about your mom?
Really
Who?
don't know.
Yeah, there we go. There.
I almost put Careless Whisper over that scene, but I didn't do it. I held back. You should be proud, because I almost did something that I knew. I don't know if it got the video taken down, but I was tempted when, there's a part when we were on Destiny Islands when Sora's talking to Riku, and it was like the text bubbles and everything. And Riku says, like, oh, let's do it. And I almost put a bunch of Yuri, Sora, and Riku art up, but I did not do it, because I was like, my video's gonna get flagged if I do it. Also, this is really ramatized into that. If you type in Kingdom Hearts posters on Amazon, one of the first search results you'll get is a poster of Sora and Riku making out.
I should know, because I have 5 of them in my room. All hanging up.
This cutscene has something I really hate. Yuffie was pointing at that spot where the Heartless appeared at before the Heartless even appeared. I hate in video games when they do that. Kingdom Hearts is really bad about that. Also, one thing I love how I love how it's Leon jumps out of the window and Sora just runs out the door. It's like, oh, fuck that.
Did someone just pop in the corner of the video like a couple seconds ago? Am I going crazy?
Yeah, it's the Link drawing from Link Between Worlds. I wanted to just sneak it in, see if anybody would notice. And now everybody's gonna notice. Oh, and these are the Soldier Heartless. These guys are actually kind of annoying in Final Mix. And I do have to say this, I am going to be playing up to Final Mix, I think, until the boss of this world. But I think after that, I switch to, like, a standard one, just because it's a lot easier to do it that way. And it saves me more time doing that in the videos, so... I will be showing the secret ending, though, for this LP, because I do have that, so... I'd say what I'll probably do is at the end of the game, when we get to the final boss, I'll switch to my proud save file, because that would be easier, so... I'm sorry if you want to see, like, a critical run. We can make Philip do that for Birth by Sleep, though.
No, I've just done that.
And you have to fight Mysterious Figure.
Oh god, yes. No, I've got to play the command board with Cinderella.
I guess we should bring that up, because I don't know if we've ever talked about that, how I can't beat Birth by Sleep before,
yeah,
or how I've never beaten Birth by... So I can't beat Birth by Sleep. The game literally, and I'm not telling DSP or anything, the game literally will not let me beat the game. Every time I beat the main story, I cannot get to the after game, and I have done everything possible to get to it. The game literally will not let me win.
Next time you should honestly just do it on critical, because you just have to get the reports and that's it. And that's the end of that. You'll probably get to it easier. Just get loads of Thunder Surges and you'll win the game.
Well, true. Birth by Sleep's really not that hard, I don't think. Just certain points of it are hard.
Okay, so here's something I'm gonna bitch about, which Final Mix does, which I hate. In a minute. After this, no, it's not yet. Sorry.
Yeah, it's after this. One thing I don't like is so we had that really good music right there in that cutscene, and then it cuts to this regular battle theme. Like, you think you're gonna get some special battle theme here, and you don't, and it made me really sad.
You have to wait till, because this like is Hand in Hand's a really good theme, but we won't hear it for a while. Okay, so here it comes. So. They changed the color schemes in Final Mix. They look awful.
To be fair, I don't think this one looks that bad. The other ones look pretty bad, but I don't mind this one.
The only colour scheme I prefer to the original is Phantom in the Neverland Secret Boss. He looks cooler in this game.
I will say, this boss is pretty easy, but a lot of KHMs have bosses like this. Like, BBS has a boss just like this, and you fight it 3 times, and it gets old very quickly. This boss isn't that bad, though. I actually kind of like this fight. So basically, what you want to do for this fight, you just want to attack. Usually, I always go after the feet first, and then I go after his arms, because after that, he's very easy to beat. I mean, this fight's not very hard to begin with, but, you know. I don't really think KH1... Main game's not really that hard. There might be a couple fights that give me a little bit of trouble. But most of the time, I think it's a pretty easy game to beat.
The gauntlet before the final boss is harder than the final boss.
True. Oh god, I just thought about it. I'm gonna have to record that. I'm not looking forward to that.
When I first played this game, I was so mad at that part. Oh my god. It never ends.
What would you say is the hardest Kingdom Hearts game, then? Like, just main game. We're not gonna count after game. BBS on critical?
In an unfair way, sure. Like, that can get pretty easy and trivial, but the thing is, like, BBS critical is not that it's hard, it's that it takes forever to do anything, so you do chip damage, so it's not fun.
I would say the hardest Cage game in terms of pure challenge is probably 2 Final Mix. And that's just because some of the fights, I think, are kind of... I'm looking at Zaldin, because I've always had a hard time with Zaldin in that game, but, you know.
It's a good challenge, though, too. It's not like BBS bosses where they're either boring or they're bullshit.
It depends. I like some of the fights in BBS. I like the final boss in BBS quite a bit. And, I know you hate Vin's final boss, but I like it, but...
So I don't want to go on a BBS hate wagon of this KH1 LP. I can't do it.
Well, here, we can talk about this. I mean, we've done this before, but where do you rank KH1 among your KH games?
Second favourite.
Oh, okay.
It goes KH2, KH1, BBS begrudgingly.
So, you were looking for me?
What next? Maybe Recoded.
They too have been seeking the wielder of the
I'm not putting 0.2 in this because I don't really count that as a full
Hey,
game.
why don't you come with us? We can go to other worlds on our vessel.
I mean, we all know Days is probably your least favorite.
Least favourite's Days. I think that's your least favourite too.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah, easily. For me, it's KH2. After kind of replaying this game, I'd say, well, for me, I'm not going to count 0.2, because that, since you say it doesn't count, I won't count that. But for me, it's probably 2, probably a tie between this game and BBS, then Recoded. No, DDD, then Recoded, and then Days. Oh, wait, Chain of Memories comes before Days. I forgot about that. Hey, what Recom is? Recom's not really, it's not like hard, it's just, it's kind of boring.
Well, Recom's the easiest KH game to break. You just have to have a deck full of Blazzaros and Sonic Blades and you win the game.
I like this part.
The ship runs on happy faces. KH1 still looks like pretty good for its time. You can tell like it's aged the most out of all of them in terms of its graphical fidelity. But KH2 still looks amazing, especially in the PS4 version. Like that still holds up even today.
All for One, I love that guy. He's so nice in My Hero Academia.
That little squirt took down that Heartless.
Meanwhile, the Legion of Doom.
This cutscene's really cool. I'm so upset they don't bring back this concept for later games.
For 3, that's what they should do. We should just get a part where it's all like the 13 blanks around like each other, like watching Sora do stuff. It'd be pretty cool.
I kind of like in KH3 they're kind of incorporating their like own unique stories now. It seems like into the Disney worlds. That's kind of neat. I hope they continue that.
I really just like, that's something I really like about this game, is this game, like I said earlier, it's the most Disney-esque of the KH games. And I think it works better, because I mean, I know we brought this up so many times, but this is a game for kids, and it needs to feel more like a Disney game. Like, because that's a big problem. Like, I love KH2, but I feel like it wants to be more like a Final Fantasy game rather than like a Disney-esque game. Like, it has Disney elements, obviously, because you have to have it, and it's a game with Donald Duck and Goofy, but, you know, I feel like it takes itself too seriously. This game, I think, has a good balance of that, where it has serious moments, but it's never like, you know, like, in-your-face serious, like how DDD gets.
I can't believe Goofy's fucking dead.
We now can use fire. So this is magic. As you saw probably earlier, well, if you see like on our UI, we have like a blue bar. That's your magic bar we brought up earlier. You know, you can abuse that a lot. And we have dodge roll, which is a blessing for this game, because it's so weird if you play KH1 and then go to KH2, or vanilla KH2, because you don't have dodge roll. And it's like, oh.
Thank God you're getting KH2 Final Mix.
And this is Jiminy. He's gonna just record our journey. I never actually used Jiminy that much. Like, if you're gonna do like a, well, I mean, if you're trying to get like all the trinities and all the treasures and stuff, you're gonna use Jiminy quite a bit. But like, he mostly just has like character profiles and like the story so far and stuff.
Jiminy's like most prominent role, weirdly, is Chain of Memories. He's in that game a lot.
What about Recoded? He's in Recoded, isn't he?
Yeah, but like, yeah, he's in like Chain of Memories quite a lot as well. I think he's in that game the most. So yeah, you're collecting postcards, and if you deliver them to the mailbox, you get a special prize thing.
We could bring up Trinities. Trinities are only in this game, right? I don't think they're in any other games. Okay. I wonder why they took those out. I like the Trinities. I think they're pretty neat.
I like the Trinities. The problem is you never want to take Donald and Goofy out of your party.
True. We're gonna see in, I think, episode 8 or 9, I have that problem. Because there's a section where I need Donald and Goofy, and you return there like 3 times. And I forgot almost like every time. And it's like, well, I don't want to take this Disney character to my party because I want to have Donald and Goofy with me. But I want to show him off in the world.
At least in KH2, there's more... Yeah, in KH2, there's more of an incentive to use the Disney characters because they have limits.
Yeah. That's one thing in 3 that's going to be good is, like, you're going to have more than, like, just Donald and Goofy in your party. Like, we saw in the Toy Story world, you're going to have, like, Buzz and Woody in your party at the same time, which is really cool. And I think in Olympus, it's going to be, you're just going to call it Olympus, because we don't know if we're going to be going to the Coliseum yet, but, you have Hercules in your party, which is really cool.
Hercules, more like Huncules.
More like Jercules, eh?
My thumbs are way, way up.
Next time on Kingdom Hearts 1, I almost said 3 again.
Kingdom
We'll be
Hearts
going off
3.
to our first. We'll be going off to our first Disney World and trying out our first gummy ship mission.
Oh boy, I'll grab my stuff.
Oh boy, Squad of Law, we're off.